What did you think of the third period?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was more like the way we wanted to play. You know, on a night where maybe everyone's body didn't feel the way they wanted it to feel, and things weren't as clean as maybe they normally are for us. We found a way on a muddy track to get the job done. So it's a credit to our players. It was good to get the 2 points tonight.
Was the first 40 minutes sort of Philly what they were doing, or was this more of a concerted effort to play defense and kind of the way it shook out?
You know, I don't think it was a concerted effort to play defense. If you look at the shot, what did we give up? 14, 15 shots, maybe after 2 periods. So I don't think it's not like we were under siege. That said, Philadelphia does some good things. They work very hard. They get above you. They try and force turnovers in the neutral zone, and we were a little bit stubborn and not clean with our puck play through the first 40 minutes. But as I said, you know, we found a way in the third period, and the objective coming into tonight was to win both points, not just one, was to come away with 2 at the end of the night. We weren't perfect, but we got better as the night went on, and ultimately we found a way.
I was going to ask that. You've kind of been walking the fence between, you know, you weren't winning, but you were still getting points. Was there value in this game beyond just? Yeah,
psychologically for sure, I think. But, you know, I don't think it should be lost on anybody, especially in this room, that we've lost 1 game in regulation in 16. That's anytime you're collecting points, that's the business we're in. We're in the business of collecting points. And we haven't been perfect over that, 6-7 weeks now. 1 loss in regulation. We haven't been perfect over that time, but we're doing some good things in order to gain points. And that's a credit to our players and their hard work.
Jay, it might seem like a weird question, but is this exactly the kind of win that you guys needed, where maybe you didn't have your A game, but then you turn it on in the third period and find a way to get 2 points?
Maybe. You know, I think, you know, some of our top players decided the game. It came to life a little bit on the power play. But I saw other contributions as well. I saw Stuart Skinner make a huge save in the third period. I saw Devin Shore block a important shot in the third period. I saw him draw a penalty. I thought that line of Shore, Ryan, and Bouchard was good for us tonight. You know, I think it's important we got the 2 points. And as I said, to go on the run that we've gone on here, pretty much since post-Christmas, but the only losing 1 time in regulation in 16 games, that's a credit to our players. And you're not going to feel great every game, but you don't have to feel great in order to accomplish the goals sometimes.
Stuart Skinner was pretty critical of his own play the first 40 minutes at least, and the 2 goals that he allowed. But
yep.
As a coach, will you remember that, or that save again that he made in the third period? That
yeah, well, I think he made the key save at the key moment for us. He don't forget, I think of the previous 15 games, Stuart only played 4 of them. So it's nice to get him back up and running. You know, Jack has played well for us, and Stuart getting back up and running, feeling healthy again. You know, he was one of those players for us that had been battling illness that had gone through our room. You know, I think he'll feel good about the win and use it as a stepping stone moving forward.
I'm not going to see you tomorrow. What's the chance of Evander Kane or Costin playing in this next couple games?
Yeah, I think they're day to day. We'll see some, we're going to the plane tomorrow. Some players that, you know, that have been in that kind of status will skate in the morning, and we'll see where they're at. We don't play for another 48 hours, so we'll use the whole 48 hours before we set the lineup. But, you know, I think they're getting better.
I just want to ask you about, you know, Evan Bouchard, a young defenseman who, you know, offense has always been his forte. Right now he's just fighting it. You see passes he'd normally make, they're missing the target. As a coach, how do you help a young guy when you can see that his offensive side is just not where he wants it to be?
Yeah, well, I think you do some things to remind someone of what their personal foundation is. You might show video of successful things in the past. You have an idea or a picture in terms of what makes someone successful. But I also think that you cannot just measure your game on offensive success, because sometimes you go through stretches. So if you're doing things to help the team win, that's important. I actually thought Evan played a really good game in Colorado, one of his best of the year. And then I thought he did some good things out there tonight. But again, it was a muddy track, but I'm proud of the way our players figured it out in the third period, and wasn't pretty, but we'll take the 2 points.